Blessed Tribe. Tony Gaskins here. Hey, now, I got the queen. Let me get this light out my face a little bit. Can y'all hear me? Where everybody at? Where y'all coming in from? Got the queen here with me now. Listen, I'm nervous, okay? I'm nervous. This is my wife first time joining me on a live. So, can y'all see us and hear us? Can you hear us? Make sure you can hear us. Hey, okay, you can hear me. Now listen now. This my queen on quarantine now. Now, when we get out of quarantine, she could take it to another level on y'all. But
you gotta excuse the quarantine.
I want to bring on, I ain't got the book.
Wasn't it right there?
Yeah, I gave that one the joke.
You run and get one really fast?
I got my red shorts on.
Go under the table. Want me to get it? Where is it? I got pants on, so it's
We
fine.
got books. It's some books right out there. I'm alright. I get the red shorts.
No, just save that for something else. Okay, I'll get it. Where is it?
It might be out there. It's some right out there in that box.
Okay, I'll get it.
But not that we need it. I mean, everybody know what it look like, but
I mean, grab it's fine. It's like 1 second.
y'all hold on. The queen getting the book. I had a book today, but my barber came and cleaned me up a little bit. But we were safe. He had on mask and gloves. Is it on the floor right there? No, I just looked in the box today.
Is it that one right there?
Check and see. No, all them boxes right there stacked up. The top one.
This is not open. This is not open.
Oh, okay. Hey, y'all forgive me. Let me
It's not this right here?
check and see if it's that. I doubt it though, cause that look like it's from Amazon. My wife was looking for a copy of the book. Thanks to everybody who got a copy of the book already. I heard some great feedback. Yeah, this her. This chair come from her dining table. Fatty on you. God bless you. The queen getting us a book, so y'all give me a second. Now, for those of you who've never been on a live, this is my wife first time coming on a live with me. Baby, this your first time on live, ain't it? Huh?
Yeah.
This her first time on a live. And so, I'm nervous. Awesome. Got us a book. You got in there with your fingers?
I just ripped the tape off.
Oh.
Inside.
So this is our new book for those of y'all who don't know. Just came out today. Something to read while you on lockdown.
Okay.
So now we're gonna take some questions in a little bit, but to be honest with you, I have questions for my wife that I wanted to know. Here go Keely. Now see, I told you about Keely, who come in and bless me every time I come on here.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Thank you.
So, baby, now, why did you take so long to come and grace the people with you, to come out and support me in this journey?
I guess I'm cool with being behind the scenes, and I don't feel like I have to force it or try to come steal the shine. Or
You don't want to be a speaker?
not saying I'm opposed to it, but it's like I feel like in the right time, in the right season. I'm not like, oh, you have to do it because you're doing it right now. Whenever God opens that door naturally, then
Yeah.
But I have kids and I'm focused on them right now. But I mean, if the opportunity were to present itself, okay. But I'm not gonna be like trying to be like both of us gone, both of us traveling.
Right,
I don't know, haven't prove myself in that way or something, you know?
Now, what book is this? What book is this for me? Do you know?
No, I don't know. Like a lot.
This probably might be my 15th or 17th book, and we wrote this one together now. So in each chapter, she added a couple of pieces in there. To be honest with you, I have not read her part.
Right.
Do you believe that?
I believe it.
You read my part though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to.
She had to read mine to respond. I'm a little scared to see, what she said in there because.
Oh, so let's address the audiobook thing real quick so that people
Okay,
know.
the audiobook.
So if you get the audiobook, you'll hear Tony's recording. And I was supposed to record my parts, but because of like COVID and everything getting shut down, I wasn't able to record it because it happened around that time. So just so you know, it's not my voice, but it's still, see, someone just asked that. But it's still my words, just someone else had to record it because all the studios were shut down and I'm not trying to get COVID. So, yeah.
Right. Yeah,
everyone keeps saying that, but like, you have to understand the situation. And so
this Jessie. Jessie wrote, man, I told her that
it's just the situation.
The studio was shut down when it was her time.
Right.
Honestly, I'm gonna blame the publisher.
Because we wanted them to
push it back a little bit.
Thank you for the eyebrows, they're hanging on.
Now see these eyebrows, this is one of my specialties, okay? This is a little bit what I do. And see what I do
Don't
here.
touch my face.
Now what I do here.
He does nothing.
Is
I actually had to sit and like pluck them today because they're looking a little rough, and that is really painful.
This a little something I do on the side, okay? So what I do is I pluck with a special way. So when you need
Can
me,
you not be full of?
That's my 53rd stream of income.
Okay. All right. Moving on.
Now let's address this, okay? How many years we been married?
How many have we been married?
13. I'm asking you.
Okay, I know. I got it.
How many years we been married?
13. And we just had an anniversary.
What's our anniversary date?
Yeah, what is it?
March 30th. Okay. I know.
Well, I know too.
I'm asking you.
March 30th.
Now, see, do you believe, now, you didn't know about my full past
right
when I met you.
Right.
Why didn't you ask me about my full past?
Because I knew if I knew your past, that I probably wouldn't have dated you. And to be honest, it doesn't really matter because if you ask the guy's past, 9 times he's not going to be honest anyway. So it's like, because I'm like, oh yeah, I slept with 1,000 women. They're not going to tell you that. So it's like, I'm not even going to give you the opportunity to lie. And then if I did know your truth, I probably don't want it. Most people ask questions they don't actually want to know the answer to.
Did I give you a number?
No.
I didn't give you a number?
No, not until you wrote your first book. And then I started hearing all these interviews. And I'm like, okay.
So a lot of people, they always say, well, a lady said to me today, your wife got with a man who had been messing around and all of that.
Yeah.
Oh, here go a question right here. How did we meet?
2 different stories, right?
2 different stories. So we actually met in the mall.
No.
But she said
no. So the mall was after we had already met.
Right. But see, this is the thing. When I met her at the apartment complex, I didn't know it was her. Right. I didn't know it was the same person that I saw in the mall.
Right.
So that's letting me know that was God there now.
Yeah. So I was we lived in the same apartment complex when we were in college. And I was on crutches.
You was on crutches.
I was on crutches because I used to run track in college. I was on crutches, and I was walking into the apartment with my roommate.
Yeah, you looked at 6'3" because the crutches was under your arm. I'm 5'10", so I'm like.
Yeah.
And what I said to y'all.
So I think he might have asked my number or something, and I think I said like no, whatever. And then he went and asked for my roommate's number.
That was bad. So I said, hey, do y'all got a boyfriend? And then she was like, what you said? I got a boyfriend or something?
Yeah, or something, whatever.
And I was like, well, do you got a boyfriend? Because look, I think either one of y'all.
Hot mess.
Hey, that was bad, boy. But then I was in the mall and I was walking through the mall, didn't have any money, and I said, that look like a Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican.
And I say, I ain't never dated no Puerto Rican now.
Oh, Lord.
So I said, let me go over here and see if I could fake like I'm buying some of this jewelry. She was selling
Right.
jewelry.
And let me tell you, I 100% knew he was not going to buy anything. So,
you got here late.
so we just said that I didn't know he was a player, like when I met him.
She didn't know I was a player.
Yeah.
I ain't tell all my business now.
Right.
She found out when I published my book. She read my book. Now, when I walked up to her at the mall, I said, man, this is a pretty woman here. So I'm thinking, I still was a grown boy. And I'm faking like I wanted to buy some jewelry.
Right. Which I knew you weren't going to buy any.
And then I shot my shot, got her phone number. We met up, talked. How long was our first?
No. We talked like on the computer and like text for a while. Just like, cause
what was my IM name?
I don't know, child.
What? So you wasn't into me?
No, I mean, he was like, he was a friend, but
you wasn't into me?
No.
You don't know what my IM name was?
Absolutely not.
Oh my goodness. I'm hurt.
Do you remember my IM name?
Yeah, Rim Rocker 89.
Oh, well, that's good.
Her IM name was Rim Rocker 89 because she wanted to dunk.
Yeah, I thought that I could dunk, so I did like a million calf races in high school.
She used to try to play basketball.
No, I didn't. Okay, all right.
I used to play basketball.
So I tried and you played?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically anytime I've seen you play basketball currently, it's not pretty. So
I already explained that to you. Okay. I don't like to hurt people's feelings. So when I play basketball now, I take it easy because I don't want to.
No, he's AKA out of shape.
I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings because I try to be a humble guy. So now, this is a question now. Did you have any clue that I had been a player in my past when you met me?
I mean, you didn't tell me, but I mean, that's majority of guys, like at that age, like that's what, guys are doing. But did I know the full extent of anything? Like,
I ain't tell her. And my number was 5. If somebody asked me my number, it was 5. Because I just felt like, that's a decent little number. Marilyn, God bless you. Part of life. Did God tell you he was your husband? If so, in what ways did God speak to you about him?
So I think it was more of a thing like if you're like praying and stuff, you kind of like know or you have a feeling that this could be the right person, So I think we talked, the first time we talked for like 6 hours maybe by the pool outside, not in my house, outside by the pool.
Yeah, had me outside on that hard bench.
So we sat for 6 hours and talked, and I left the conversation saying like, okay, wow, this could be someone I could marry.
And I had bench print in my booty. Booty was so.
Yeah.
And now what you said, tell me what you said about me.
Oh gosh. I said that, okay, I left the conversation saying, okay, this is someone that I could marry.
Oh, that's what you said?
Yeah.
Who you told that to?
My roommate at the time. But I did break up with him after that. So, like short, not like right away.
How long was that? About 2-3 months?
Yeah, probably. So.
And why did you break up with me? Explain this.
Because you were being like really kind of controlling and like kind of going off in text, and it's like it was a red flag, and I didn't like it, and I didn't feel like we was.
They want your cash out. Hold on.
Well, you can cash out to him, but put my name in the comment. So, in the caption. No, but you were like texting like, where are you at? And if I like answered or didn't answer right away, or all that, and I was like, okay, no, you ain't got time for it. So I just went ahead and let him go. Like
I was trying to be controlling.
Right, and I guess he thought I might think that's cute, but I did not. I was like, yeah, no, just like. If I tell you I'm somewhere and you don't believe it, then that's like not my issue. So
yeah, I was trying to like what I did, and I put this in my book called Heal Before You Deal. I didn't heal.
No, you did not.
So I was in a toxic relationship for 2 years before her. So I tried to bring that same energy.
Right.
And she was like, "You
see you later." Yeah.
Now, when you left me, was it a break? Was you planning on coming back? Was you expecting me to chase you?
No, none of the above. Like, I mean, because I think that you kind of, what did you say when you left? I think I just texted you and was like, listen, you're asking way too many questions. We were like fresh, maybe a couple months of dating. And I kind of was just like, It wasn't anything rude. It wasn't anything mean. I kind of just said like, maybe we don't like work together because I wasn't used to that, and I wasn't gonna be answering 50 questions about going to the mall or.
So you just was willing to walk away from me.
Yeah, because I mean,
you just gonna let me go.
Yeah.
A good man.
At that point, you weren't.
a good
man. You weren't a good man.
So now hold on, I didn't hear what you said because I'm looking at her in the cameras, y'all. So I know y'all might think I'm reading your comment, but she just looking so good right here. Cause see, we on this here lockdown, so she ain't really got to dress up too. Also, I'm just looking at her.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you. Got my book today. Excited to get started. God bless you. Ooh, somebody sent a blessing.
Let's see what they said.
AE, God bless you. Pour out in their life.
Please don't let this be your one and only chat, Ms. Gaskins. Okay, I'll try to do it more often.
So now what we gonna do, being that we in this situation right here on lockdown, with y'all blessing us, thank you. You know, we ain't asked you to do that, but I appreciate it. So what we're gonna do tonight, anything that come in, I'm gonna bless her with it so that she could pay me for my services doing her brows and nails and things of that while we in this situation. Because she can't go to the nail place and all that. So
you're doing my nails for me?
Yeah, so thank y'all for that.
My nails are grown out, so he's not doing anything, so let's not even.
Look at this. Sheri, where'd you get all your wisdom from about men? Explain this to me.
I don't know if it was like that I had this like big manual of men. It wasn't about my wisdom about men. It was more so about how I felt about myself and like what I thought like men were. So I never was like, oh, I'm desperate for this guy, or I can't wait to be in a relationship, or I'm looking for my husband, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, if a man is there that looks like he's a good person, okay, great. But if not, I'm cool too. So I think that's like the perspective people have that's wrong, is like they're so desperate that they act out of desperation. Like I left someone that would turn out to be my husband, not knowing if we'd ever talk again. But I was okay with that because I was like, I don't like the feeling that I'm getting in this like situation. So I think it's more so about what I knew about myself versus what I knew about a man.
Now tell them what you said to me, that little line about accessory.
Men. Yeah, so I always thought of like, I was never a big dater like in high school or even college. It's very, because I always thought of men as an accessory, not a necessity.
Right. I'm like, what?
So that's how I operated. Like, I was like, okay, well, I didn't like that text. I didn't like how you spoke. So let's just chill out. Like, it's not, I didn't, I was never like the calling.
I was people. Like, what? Accessory? A man ain't no necessity.
Yeah, so it's like if you think about your closet, like your man is like your nice handbag. But you could take it off the handbag and the outfit still looks cute. That's how it works.
Yeah, you need to start now. You need to start. We 13 years.
Now you're a necessity. Now you could be like a t-shirt, like a basic white tee, right. Like that kind of thing.
Let me see the question. Hey, let me go back to AE. AE, God bless you. God bless you.
Yeah, thank you. She didn't even ask a question, so thank you. Appreciate that.
See this question?
Okay, so...
Read it out loud just in case.
Okay, so, hey, Sheri, how did you identify that Tony had the ability to be the God-fearing man that you wanted in life? So when we talked for that 6 hours, right, my point in the conversation wasn't to tell him all the things I required from him or everything about me. I let him talk. Like, he talked the whole time. So I got to see, like, his heart and kind of, like, the things that he morally stood for. We talked about everything from, like, Christianity to, like, just every basic thing you could think about. So I think sometimes we, like, get caught up in talking so much and expressing, like, what we want or what we want in our life instead of listening. So if you listen, you get to see, like, the true character of someone. So in that conversation, I heard a lot of what I wanted to hear from him. And you can't make some of that stuff up, like knowing certain pastors that I knew, or just different things. So I think it was more about like listening, like take the time, let them talk. And in that moment, you'll hear like what you want to hear if you're looking for it.
I tell my wife, I'll be like, listen.
And he's a talker, so.
When I be on the live, they be having me feeling like a dancer with these blessings coming in.
Oh, Lord.
Saying, God bless you. God bless you, part in your life. Nah. I'm kind of listening to my wife talk. I don't get to hear her talk like this often. Y'all got to realize this is her first time going on live with me. Mm-hmm. So now I'm listening to her. I'm like, do I learn from her or is she learning from me? Because I be saying the same thing. Let me see. Latoya, God bless you. God bless you. Let me see. So, see, the ones that come up right here. Okay, it's right here.
It was kind of a random, like, encounter kind of thing. Like, he was writing me about his friend being in town or something and wanted to, I don't know, something like that. It was like very random. I think it was like months later. We hadn't said like one word to each other. Like we hadn't.
6 months
yeah,
later.
6 months. We hadn't like literally hadn't spoke to each other at all. I think he wrote me on like instant messenger on the computer or something, asking me about like his friend was coming in town and my roommate want to like hang out with him or something like that. And it ended up falling through. And we met up and we sat outside of my house on a picnic table and talked. Like it was always
Put me all the way back through
outside of my house. It was never in my house. It was always on a bench, probably uncomfortable, but I didn't care. So.
And now when I tried to grab my little booty, she grabbed my hand, pulled it back up.
Yeah, you're like.
I tried to get my little kiss on the lip. She turned her face. I had to kiss on the cheek or the forehead. I was like, wow. Yeah. Hey, God bless you. CC, God bless you. Y'all are such a beautiful couple. This is what real love looks like.
Thank
we need
you.
the queen to pop up more. Hey, God bless you. You know, I be having I got to pay her appearance fee to come on here. But this is the thing. She really focused on family.
Yeah.
She really focused on family. And she be about them boys. And we got 2 sons.
That's
and
why
so,
the live was at 9:15.
That's why I was at 9:15. I had to make it 9:15 because I know they got to do their nighttime routine. They come give me my hug. She take them in the room, say a prayer with this one, go in the other one room, say a prayer with him. So I knew 9:15 because, you know, in this situation, they go to bed a little later. What is this? Did he show interest in you and ask questions about you when you first started dating?
Yeah, of course. Like, I mean, I wouldn't have continued if it was like just all about him. But what I mean is that I just let him have time to talk. Because what will happen when a man gets to talk that much? They'll either like show you the person you want to be with, or they'll hang their own self. So
now somebody talking about I'm glowing. Now this my face moisturizer, okay?
No,
this my moisturizer.
because you don't even smile this much. So it's just
Hey, you know, I my whole life I didn't smile for 32 years. Then I started smiling at 32. But when I told her that she was gonna make me smile just because, you know, I've been at this since 2007, and she's been supporting me. So it's like bring your wife to work day for me. So you know, it just feel good. Tony, at what point did you realize she was your wife? To be honest with you, the first time we talked, it was 6 hours. So when I got up, I called my mama, my homeboy, and I think my sister. And I said, hey, I just met my wife. And the reason why, the face you looking at me felt a little stank. But
can you focus on your conversation?
But the reason why
listening.
was because we talked for 6 hours and she could talk about everything. And what I noticed was when I got up close to her, I'm like, okay, she take care of herself. Stephanie, God bless you. God bless you. Pour out in her life. She take care of herself, and she was emotionally intelligent. She didn't debate. She didn't want to argue. Like, I could have said something maybe she disagreed with, but it's like, why argue with a stranger? So she sat and she listened. And so it was like emotional intelligence.
Right.
And she could talk about anything. We talked about politics. We talked about sports. We talked about religion. We talked about school, college, dreams, hopes, everything.
Yep.
And so I was like, man, this woman could go. This woman really know how to hold a conversation without trying to dominate the conversation.
Right.
Hey, God bless you. Y'all pouring out blessings now. Y'all about to have me quarantine radio now. What they had to block I saw today.
Absolutely not.
Jacqueline, God bless you. I love you both. I will be picking up my book at Barnes & Noble tomorrow.
You.
Also, now see, you were done reading the question?
Yeah.
My wife, she read 600 words a minute. So whenever we read something, I be like up here and she be down here. So she's saying thank you. I ain't know what you saying thank you about.
For a 25-year-old, I would say you have plenty of time, and so you don't have to rush anything. So I think in being 25, you can be patient and you can see red flags and let people go. So you don't have to act in a sense of desperation at 25. You got plenty of time. Work on yourself. If someone falls in your lap that seems like Mr. Right, okay, great. But if not, keep moving until you know.
Now, was I Mr. Right? Because I fell in your lap. Somebody asked, well, how old were we when we met? Hey, now hold on. Who said, girl, you fine? Let me make sure this a woman. Okay. Hey, boy, I'm about to come get you, but hey, I told y'all. Shayna, did we tell Shayna?
Yeah, we did.
God bless you, Shayna. Pour out in her life. Let me see this here. Oh, Canada in the house. God bless you.
Honesty is the best policy. Sheri, so shed some light on how you got through knowing you might not see Tony again after you let him go.
It's a good question, Sharon. Don't be acting like you wasn't distraught.
I mean, to be honest, I really wasn't. Like, because, okay, here's the thing. If someone is exhibiting, like, red flags and signs that they could be controlling, which then leads to abusiveness, like, you shouldn't feel distraught about that. Like,
You ain't lose no sleep.
absolutely not.
That all walking out your life.
I pushed you out my life. You didn't walk out.
Yeah, you're right.
So the thing is, like, you can't lose sleep over someone that isn't healthy for you. You could, like, you just like, ooh, I dodged a bullet. Amen. And keep on moving. Like, you know.
God bless you, Gia. See, these right here, sometimes they'll disappear, like, on the ones I try to.
Oh,
God bless you, Gia.
You're welcome.
You read the whole question?
Yeah.
I ain't get to read it all.
So thank you for bringing your wife to work today.
Oh, okay.
You too,
God
Rob.
bless you, lady. Hey, you reading too fast now. You need to slow down on that read.
Thank you, Helen.
God bless you. Oh, now what this is? That's a pound or
Euro. I just completed chapter 1 on the 72-hour rule. What struck me was the fact that you were willing to walk away from a marriage. What made you believe he would act on your stipulations after, then revert to his old days?
God bless you, Cam.
The thing is, I think people ask this a lot. Like, how do you know they'll come back? You don't know. Like, you don't know. Like, you may walk out and it may not work out, but if it doesn't work out, then it's not meant to be. And you just have to be okay with that. Like, I feel like people leave and then they're like waiting by their phone and they're like so desperate for the person. You have to leave because you love yourself, not because you want to prove a point. If you're going to leave to prove a point, then don't leave. You're just setting yourself up for failure. Leave because you're completely 100% okay with your decision to be by yourself. Then if you leave and they don't call you, you're completely fine. You're going about your day. Like, when we were dating, or even when we were married, but mostly when we were dating, if I was like upset, or if I told myself I wasn't gonna talk to him, I would literally put my phone under my bed and continue about my days. There was no temptation. There was no, like, you know, I didn't even see his calls. He would call 100 times.
That's what you used to do?
Put it under my bed.
It was under your bed?
Under my bed. Yeah.
So you wasn't even looking at it?
No.
Boy,
so that way,
hot back there.
So
like, man,
don't take that as like, oh, I'm leaving to prove a point, or I'm leaving to do this. If you're doing that, and that's the wrong reason. Leave because you deserve better, you want better, and you're okay with it not working out. I didn't know he was going to come back. That was not the intent, and I wasn't actually intending on him to come back. Any advice for a 27-year-old mom of 2 separated from her husband? Not going to work out between us.
God bless you, Shannon. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
blessing.
thank you. I would say that be thankful that you learned early on, like, that he's not a good person for you, and you're really young. You have plenty of time to find someone else, but work on yourself during this time. Spend time with your kids, and just build yourself a backup so that you can be ready when the time comes again. But if you're leaving him, then it's obviously for a good reason, and be okay with your reasoning.
Hey,
don't go back on it.
Nah, I am queen. She is the brains of the operation.
Amen.
Now you're getting out of hand. You're getting out of hand. She is though. Dorothy, God bless you. Thank you for that. Now, somebody asked something. Now, Two Bella got something going on. I keep seeing Two Bella, and now I see Two Bella. Remember I told you Two Bella, Caramel, Kisses, and Share. They got the ability to block people,
Right.
mute people. And y'all know I don't play about the queen now, so anybody get out of pocket, any troll, hey, block, sprain your thumb. Roxy, God bless you. God bless you. Now, who's showing out? Shanice, God
I'm
bless
actually not a big talker. I'm more a listener. So I was dating this guy that told me I'm too quiet, so he stopped dating me. But I'm thinking, isn't that the point of a relationship, to cultivate each other and strengthen each other in the areas that are weak? Am I wrong?
Yeah. Hey, God bless you, Shanice. Thank you for that blessing. That's a huge blessing. Babe, what you got to say to that about cultivating? Because
I'm
she
quiet.
actually is quiet. Like, she wasn't talking. And then she was not the world's greatest communicator.
Right.
Like, when we would get into a real conversation, she'll shut down a lot of times. Now, how you got through that? How did you?
I think just time. And I think that any person you're dating should understand that as you feel safer with them, you open up a little bit more as the time progresses. So that person that left you wasn't for you. you'll find someone that like sees like, hey, yeah, you might be quiet, but as I love her and show her she's safe here, this is a safe place, she'll continue to develop into a more talkative person. You'll be able to open up more. So it's okay if that person left. They weren't for you. And as you feel more comfortable, you will be more vocal and be able to talk more and open up to that person because you'll feel safe. You obviously didn't feel safe there, and it wasn't your safe place, and that's okay. You just move on and find someone else who can give you that safe place.
Who taught you all that? Do you be listening to me?
No.
I'm like, girl, you on point in here now. All of four, God bless you. God bless you. That's what we got.
Queen Gaskins, what advice will you give for a 30-year-old single mom who wants to marry a godly man I can trust with my child? Be very patient. Your kids are honestly the most important thing. So you have to take your time and don't introduce them to your kids. You let a good amount of time so you can see everything, the good and the bad, all those little things that kind of like after the honeymoon phase kind of come out. You wait for all of that. And you also let them feel that your child is a priority. So if they say, let's go on a date, and you're like, your kid needs to be in bed at 9, you say, no, sorry, so that they can understand that's your priority at the moment. And you'll find someone that can appreciate that respects that, and that will be great to bring on your kids. But you just have to be really patient and not be in a rush. Don't act out of desperation. Your child is first, and then that person you meet will always be second.
Queen Sheri, who was your main influence as a young woman before you met Tony?
I would say my mom for like dating. My mom was a tough cookie. She's like your traditional Jamaican woman. And I wouldn't say like I was like looking at my mom for relationship advice. I just think that her strength in just life, like the struggles and everything, the strength that she had kind of just carried over in ways I didn't really realize until I got into relationships. And I just always saw her function with or without a man. And so I kind of realized you'll be all right. If you gotta be by yourself, you do what you gotta do. You work 2 jobs, you do what you gotta do. And if you got a man, okay, great, you know?
Jessica T, God bless you. God bless you. Be blessed, Gaskins. Tony,
Thank
I love
you.
your channel. Now you still read fast. I'm like,
Okay, want me to pretend?
Yeah,
Okay,
let me
all right.
get to the end of
All
it.
right.
Bianca, God bless you. Okay, you read that one.
Narcissistic ex left me, has given his life to Christ, and I see he has changed. Take him back. Say no or take things slow. I mean, I can't tell you whether to take someone back or not. That's totally on you. But if you do, definitely take it very slow, because everyone can put on an act for like 3 months to a year. So if after 6 months he's still that same person, a year, like you let him pass all those benchmarks before you give him 100% floor.
You'll make that man work a year?
Absolutely.
Wow.
But at least for sure, like people can always act for like 3 to 6 months. They can always put on an act, and then you'll start to see small things. And as soon as you start to see red flags, you need to let it go. So don't like give those red flags grace. Like, oh, okay, no, you already left him one time. So as soon as you see things that remind you of that old person, all right, because everybody finds Christ in their break, but they don't really find them. So you got to make sure that he actually found him.
All right. Shanley, God bless you. Now, Shanley got a bag on her now. She keep popping in the VIP line.
So I have coached a few people. Right now I'm not, just because with being home, I gotta like teach my 6-year-old, and just a lot going on. So I don't really have the time during the daytime. If you like follow me on Instagram, you probably see it's pretty busy. But after this period, I probably will start coaching. It'll be very limited just because of the time, and I'm not willing to like give all of my time to it. But so yeah, after we're not on quarantine anymore and the kids are on a regular schedule, then I will open up some sessions. So we'll post about it when it's open.
Let me see. Misha, God bless you. I have a hard time being confrontational, letting things build up, cut people off when I feel wronged. I know this will be unhealthy in a relationship. Advice.
It's kind of difficult. So I kind of am similar in that sense. Like I've done that like with friendships. I've done that in a lot of in a lot of different relationships, not even just like dating. When I feel like you're not treating me right, I will. But I think it's a pro and a con. Like it can help you in a relationship because you'll be tough, you'll be strong, but you have to find that person that allows you to soften up just a little bit. And the right person will soften you up. You won't even realize you're softening until it happens. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, because it'll give you kind of like that filter out foolishness.
Am I on the right question? Yeah,
that was that one. Yeah. read Women's Influence today. Did 95% like Sheri. He still left 4 days after abortion. Now he's with a CPA director. I'm a designer. My job, money, status, the problem. He's a lawyer. No, your job probably isn't the problem. He just wasn't 100% committed. Like, so often I think women are like, well, what did I do wrong? Like, you don't have to have done anything wrong. He could have just not been really committed and saw the next thing that was walking and then left. And that's okay. Like, you just got to understand that and not blame yourself, move on, and understand that you got bigger and better coming. Because if you can't cry over spilled rotten milk. So like, if he was a man that left you, then he's no one to waste your time even thinking about. Like, move on. Someone else is better out for you, and you just dodged a bullet.
So not just spilled milk, spilled rotten milk.
Right.
TT, God bless you. Redeem, God bless you. Somebody asked me a question here. Oh, here go. Wow, these things piling up. Y'all forgive me. Hold on. Okay, let's go a little faster. Maybe 60
Broke up
seconds.
March 31st. His birthday's the 9th and mine the 15th. Should I reach out and wish him happy birthday or just go about my day? Go about your day, hun. If y'all broke up, keep moving, because then he knows you're thinking about him and it gives that door open to communication. No, he don't deserve a birthday wish.
I'm gonna tell y'all what. I'm gonna go and retire and let her take over. Then I take care of the kids. You know? Think I can do what you do?
No, our kids would be failing in school.
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
T.S. God bless you. Sarah Dominguez.
So I'm not a doctor, but thank you for thinking that I am. But no, I did like the first year of like a master's program, my first year med school program. And then we had our son and he was a preemie baby and I chose to take care of him because I couldn't do both. He came out the NICU, he was there for 4 months. And then I just realized that wasn't where God wanted me to be at the moment. But it's all a balancing act and you just put your priorities first. And whatever your priorities may be at the moment is what you take care of first.
This is a good question, yeah. Somebody asked me what made me stop chasing other women, and she just was everything. It's like when you find that thing, you have no reason to keep looking. So I found a woman who loved God, a woman who knows how to express herself in a conversation, know how to hold a conversation. She's respectful, she's kind, she's loving, she's ambitious. So it wasn't looking like she wasn't looking for a meal ticket. She wasn't trying to get on her back to keep me. She wasn't willing to put up with whatever I wanted to give her. And it just was like by this time when I met her, she probably was like the 130th woman that I had dated. And because I've been dating since 15 and I was looking for my wife. And when I met her, she literally was in a class of her own because every other woman had something that was like, you know, they would settle, they would bring their past into the present, and it would be too prominent. And I literally, honestly, was looking for a woman who could call me out, hold me accountable. And because I wanted better, but every woman I met, they would reinforce my grown boy behavior. And that's why I titled this book, A Woman's Influence, because it was her influence. I wanted to do better, but it was her wanting and holding me to it. Jacqueline, God bless you.
There's some other questions up that came in, I think.
Okay.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot up there now. See which one you want to address. Let's do this. Do you feel your marriage is strong due to many similarities y'all have, or because you both complement each other's weaknesses?
We're actually complete opposites in a lot of ways. So some of those things, like, we balance each other out because of our differences. Like, if he says he likes this kind of food, I would eat the completely opposite thing.
Give some examples of that. How we completely different.
Just in everything.
She could eat, like, she want to eat a bowl of vegetables. She want to eat a bowl of vegetables.
And he wants ribs and macaroni and cheese.
Or some Popeyes.
Right. So he's allowed to have Popeyes once a month.
She like her some fiction books and like podcast that's about crime and stuff.
Right.
And all I want to do is listen to some,
business
something. And she is very outgoing. So like she like roller coasters.
Right.
I jumped out of a plane for her. I jumped out of a plane, 14,000 feet. I'm on the plane. We up there. I look on the sign and it say no flatulence. I said, babe, what's flatulence? And then what's flatulence?
When you pass gas.
No passing gas. I'm like, oh, that's why I felt in my stomach. I was getting ready to let it go. But I jumped out of a plane 14,000 feet, skydive to show her how much I love her. Because me, I like to stay on the ground. I like to walk. She like to get on roller coasters.
Our 8th anniversary. Do you remember?
And 8th anniversary now. So she going to plan 8 different.
So it was 8 different things. And each of them had like a clue. And this one was like, what was the clue? We're gonna fly. Like, oh no, you'll have a bird's eye view. And as soon as he guessed it, he was like, oh Lord, oh.
And got me jumping out of plane. I'm like, ain't the anniversary about me too?
Yeah, it's a mix. Some things are about you, some things are about me.
And I mean, I ain't had no life insurance at the time, so I knew it was just about love. Callie Smith, God bless you. Listen to the book today. Great work. Thank you. Sheri, apart from your daily devotional with God, what else did you do to grow and improve your self-love?
So I think it's a lot of like your self-talk, what you listen to, what you speak to yourself. Also, like when in our marriage, like when we had difficulties or issues or things like that, when we talked, I would take whatever we talked about and like find the good in it and make the growth in those areas. But I think it's just always seeking and wanting to be better. So if you know you have an area that you can work on, and it's then wanting to seek growth in that area and being honest with yourself. I think so many people feel like, oh, well, I'm God's gift or whatever the case might be, that you have no areas of improvement, but you do. And we all know the areas that we lack. So it's just being honest with yourself and then making an effort, a conscious effort to grow in those areas. But I also think it was just my outlook on relationships and how that even if I didn't think I was like, oh, the prettiest girl in the world, I feel like I still deserved someone that treated me that way.
And you as the most beautiful woman in the world.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna tell y'all.
Do y'all think it's a horrible idea for me just to focus on me but have a guy for when I want some attention? Because it seems when I get into something, I put too much into it and get dragged. So I'm just ready to be standoffish. It's not about being standoffish.
Shelly, nah, you're gonna need a coaching session, sister. Because this is your third question up here in the VIP. Now, God bless you, but you're gonna need your coaching session.
Yeah, definitely need some coaching. But at the end of the day, you can't play with fire, because if you bring someone in your life just for attention, it's going to backfire you every time. So if you're going to work on yourself, then work on yourself with nobody else involved. You shouldn't need a man for attention during that time. So you gotta be on one side of the fence.
Dolores, God bless you. Pour out in her life.
Married 5 years, met at church, but haven't been since move. What does that mean? He doesn't contribute.
She haven't been since she moved.
Oh, okay. He doesn't contribute to house, is mean, disrespectful, refuses counsel, been sleeping in different rooms for 2 years. Fam says I need to get back in God's grace to fix marriage. What's your opinion? Stay or go? If he's being disrespectful to you and doesn't want to get help, then I feel like, I'm not telling you what to do, but if it was me, then he's not trying to love you and he's not trying to grow in your marriage.
And they've been sleeping in different rooms for 2 years.
He's not interested in you anymore. And there's nothing, it has nothing to do with you being in God's grace. It's him not wanting to be in that relationship. So I think if someone's being disrespectful to you and being mean to you, then I wouldn't waste any more time there.
Somebody says Sheri talk fast.
I do. I'm sorry.
She does.
I talk really fast.
And she talk like a blogger. Now, when I met her, we in the South, so she could talk a little hood. So she put a little bit of the hood accent on. So I was like, ooh, okay, great.
I didn't put on. That's the phase of life I was in. Like,
yeah, she was a little more hood.
Yeah, okay? I mean, I can be now. I can be
because she's Jamaican
but
and Indian Jamaican. So I was like, okay, I ain't never met no Jamaican with Indian.
So are these questions too? Like
but
this?
see, they up here. They go
okay.
across here. So they coming up here. They put them in there fast.
Okay.
Now, when we got married, she went to talking proper. I was like, hold on.
I can mix it up. Don't get it twisted.
I'm like, whoa.
All right. Guy I was getting to know
Tiara, God bless you.
would tell me he doesn't want me to leave, passive aggressive about things, and apologizes too much. I cut it off and told him to work on himself, and was I right to say that? Absolutely.
Hey, let me read the question, because the way you read so fast, I can't even process what she said. Now let me read this question again.
I already answered it. Absolutely.
Let me read the question again.
Oh my gosh, you're never gonna answer any questions.
Yeah, let me read this. Okay. Guy was getting to know would tell me he doesn't want me to leave. Okay.
Passive
aggressive about things and apologizes too much. I cut it off and told him to work on himself and heal. Was I right to say that? Absolutely. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Same answer, just taking forever.
But that's you got that education, Janelle. God bless you. God
I
bless
love
you.
the fact that you're so smitten. I've never seen you smile so much.
Hey, Dr. Hargrave. God bless you, Dr. Hargrave. Yeah, hey, I'm gonna tell you now. I love this one here now. Summer, God bless you. Advice for women, late 30s, early 40s, still waiting on love. The wait is hard no matter how positive you are. The dating pool is small and time seems to be flying by. How to cope with it may not happen.
You can answer.
I got to read again.
Oh gosh.
Now I'm gonna tell you now in this work, remember when you ask that question, what you gotta ask yourself is, what have you done? Have you written your book? Have you started your company? Have you started your nonprofit? Are you at your goal weight? Do you have your goals? And have you accomplished all your single goals? That's what you got to get to. Because if you just sitting and waiting and you complacent,
The wait's gonna be even longer. So.
and you won't attract the man that you need or deserve. Chrissy, God bless you. Son's dad said he loves me, is not trying to love another. Miss me, but not the headache. Told him, well, you're not trying to get me back. Said that was not true. Not consistent with calls. Chasing money.
He's not consistent because you're still there and he's able to reach you when he wants to reach you. If you only talked to him about your son and showed him you were serious about moving on, if he wasn't ready, then he would actually try to get you back if he wanted to. But you're still there, so he can have his cake and eat it too.
Hey, we got about 15 more minutes now. Thank you guys for your open honesty and true self. I signed up for the Academy 10 Steps to Self-Love, and the first 2 questions broke me. I need coaching. I'm very grateful and humbled for y'all services. God bless you, and thank you for that blessing. You could go to mymentor.life, mymentor.life. You may see it on here a little bit. Oh,
Thank
no,
you.
we got about 20 more minutes because we started a little late.
9:15.
God bless you, Monique. Let me see. How did you implement and enforce boundaries with Tony?
Right away. So, just like I said, like when we had our first conversations, they were outside. They were at the pool, in public places, at picnic tables. And then the first time I let him come in my house and we were like watching a movie. And I think he put his hand on my thigh and I took it off. Then he put his hand on my thigh again. I took it off. I think the third time I was like, "Oh, you have to leave." And it was like the middle of the night. It was dark outside. And
Ain't he have a shirt on no more?
No.
I'm like, hold on, girl. You don't see this 8-pack? I'm like, I'm up there. I'm making my chest jump. Girl, what? You finna put me out the house? With all this here jumping? And 8-pack? Now, what you was up to?
I just felt like that was inappropriate. And I had asked you to stop. And third time's a charm. Just like a child. If I tell you 3 times.
You want this snicker bar?
Boy, bye.
I'm like, and that's what threw me out too, because I'm like, I had been out there, so every woman was like, they was just, if you want to date, whatever you want to do, they was ready. And when I met her, I'm having to jump through fiery hoops. I'm like, what? So I'm like, wow. So when you meet somebody that's on another level, I'm like, hey, Lord, hey, I done met my match now. I got to be here.
That's she said.
What, Shandy?
She said she'll sign up for a session. Have to work out before it's too much.
You'd have paid for a session tonight.
I know if you.
You'd have paid for a session tonight.
Right, just pull it all up. You can afford a session.
That's what you did. Work out for it so much. We'll be on the phone for hours after all the things I've been through. Hey, I feel you. But an hour is a long time, to be honest with you. An hour is a long time. Fatih, God bless you. Okay, you read it, baby, because I'm trying to keep up with you.
How do you determine whether you're settling or not? Sometimes you meet nice, well-rounded, respectful people, but you don't necessarily feel conviction in them being the one. How to know when to move on. So the thing is, you have to also check yourself and see what you're looking for to be the one. So if they meet, like when I said I met him and he was the one, it wasn't because like, oh, he has the most money in the world or, you know, he checks all these like physical things. It was more about like his morals, who he was as a person. So I think a lot of times you're like, oh, well, is he 6'4" or is he working this great job or all these different things. And it just depends on what you're looking for. So if you yourself are being, you know, looking for the wrong things, then every single person is not going to check any of those boxes. So make sure you're looking for those right things that are going to actually matter in a marriage.
I tried to read that question fast, but love to see. God bless you. True healthy leaders
Thank
letting
you.
God's word shine through you. Comment.
I didn't stand by my standards throughout the relationship. I love him and know my lack of self-love played in the failure of it. How can I bring it to his attention that I'm operating from self-love now? You can't. Like you can't operate out of self-love for him. You got to operate out of self-love and continue to move on with your life. And if it comes back full circle, okay, great. But it's not your job to go and point it out to him. That just is desperation. You got to, if you truly love yourself, then you don't go back. You move forward and understanding, yes, it was a mistake, but everything happens for a reason.
God bless you.
Jamaican in the house. Okay. Don't get it twisted now. This is an awesome chat tonight. You guys are so full of sugar and spice and all things nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Son is a little.
Son is little. That's for you because I don't know what the raising. It says, is there little less than
Yes. Yes, I do recommend that course for your son. Sheri, how do you describe letting a man lead in love? Do you know what that means when I say that? Do you ever hear me say that?
Every now and then, but you can talk about it a little bit and then I'll answer.
Leading in love, like letting the man love you. Like this chapter.
Yeah.
Remember on chapter 10, you ain't had nothing to say at first. When they say let him love you.
So actually it's really difficult for me because in our marriage or just always growing up, I've always been very independent and like take care of myself. Like when we were first married and I didn't ask him for anything. That's a really difficult thing for me. So it took time to be able to get things. And what are you looking crazy?
They done blessed with a that's a nice blessing up there.
And you said you giving it to me, that's why they blessed it. So
I'm gonna have to renege.
okay, anyways. So I made me lose train of thought. But I think it just takes time, and as
y'all got me feeling like a dancer.
And
I'm finna be in here. I'm finna be doing the savage.
Yeah, the money's gonna go down when you start dancing because that's not the skill that they come here for.
Man, this is.
But I think it just takes time, and it made me lose the train of thought for all you dancing.
Let me look back. Hey, I'm finna be the renegade, the savage. Yeah, me.
Okay, and look. I tried to get him to do a TikTok with me, and he refuses. So y'all tell him to do a TikTok. It would be hilarious.
I ain't doing that TikTok.
My husband and I just split up, and I feel that's messed up with COVID. He's supposed to be the head of the house. It's been extra hard and depressing. Should I fight or be patient? Any advice? Well, if he split up with you, there's nothing to fight for. Like, you can't make someone stay that doesn't want to be there. So you got to understand and respect his decision and keep moving and act like he's not there. And you just got to figure out how to get it on your own. And you can. You 100% will be okay. It'll be rough at first, but you'll be okay.
She talking about the club. Remember I tell you about my club for couples?
Uh-huh.
That I'm going to do? I told him about my club on my bill for couples. You going to let me do it?
We'll talk about it later. How do you get past loneliness while waiting? I know we say prayer or hobbies, but once you finish your prayer or workout, then you still want a companion. And you have to understand it's going to be a real feeling that you feel at times, and that's okay. But there's always something else for you to work on. So whether that's, just watching a movie, hanging out with friends, you're going to feel that feeling, address it, understand it's real, but not let it consume you.
Listen to this one. Beautiful. Did you leave him before or after you were married? The first few years of marriage, I heard, is tough.
It is.
Did you pray for him in specific to be the man he is today, or did he change on his own? That's a good question.
So I did leave him once when we were married. Our baby was in the NICU.
And what is NICU?
Neonatal intensive care unit. He was born 3 months premature. So I wasn't working at the time. I think it was a maternity leave maybe. So I did leave him at that moment, and I left him prepared to not come back and not be with him because he had went back to selling drugs and whatever and, just acting a fool. So I left him.
And she told me, you ain't no goon.
Right.
That ain't you. I was like, girl, hey.
He wasn't.
I'm a goon out here, nah.
Yeah, so I did. And yes, I did pray for him to grow in areas that I thought he needed to grow in. And I prayed specific prayers like, Lord, please help him to, see his worth. There was some points where I was just like, Lord, help him not, just pray specific things you want to work on. It might be one thing a day, and you just pray versus arguing with them. He would present an idea that I didn't like, and I would pray that night that the Lord show him the idea was wrong. And then he would wake up like, oh, I changed my mind. I'm like, oh, okay, good.
That's what you were doing?
Yes.
Praying against more.
Because, versus having an argument, why argue about it? If I know it's wrong, I'll just pray, Lord, show him the error in his ways.
Okay, we fit to go. see, I tell you, I got to learn about some of these secrets. I'm like, what? You praying against more?
Already read that one.
Okay, okay. So let me see. Y'all, we got about 15 more minutes. 10 more minutes. 10, 15 more minutes. It's a lot of little comments, so I'm trying to look for the question. Okay. Let me see what Keely's saying. God bless you, Keely.
Thank you.
Pour out in her life. Now, Keely be blessed like that. I don't know. Keely might be a secret millionaire. Nope. I can't do the TikTok.
There's one right there. You keep skipping
This
it.
one right here?
Yeah.
Okay, what it say?
Had to leave husband, been 3 months. He was disrespectful. Held him accountable. He cheated prior. Now he says he kicked me out, but messages and calls me. He denies talking to women now, but I know. Oh, if he's messaging and calling, you just block him for right now, you know? Because if he's not being the man he needs to be, he shouldn't even be able to reach you. And I promise you,
block queen.
Oh yeah, and I promise you, in those moments of silence, that's when they decide to grow. Like when you cannot reach someone, when you physically, like when he cannot reach you through calling you 100 times, texting you 100 times, he will then realize either A, how much he needs you in his life, or B, he'll move on, and yours should be okay either way.
That's in here, the 72-hour rule. I created the 72-hour rule. I heard Drake online the other day lying about 72-hour rule. He made it something else. But no, we both got a 72-hour rule. I created the 72-hour rule after, when we was married, when she left me, she left for 3 days. And I was calling. I probably called 88 times because I saw that on a movie that a man called 88 times.
I think it was more than that.
So I probably called 88 times. And you know, more than that.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I just found out, now the phone was under the bed. So now I'm hot. Okay. So in that time, it allowed me to go through a range of emotions.
Right.
And I was coaching myself. So by the time she answered the phone, I was like, hey, what you need me to do? Empire State Building, I'm standing up there. Anything you need me to do, just tell me what you need. You got it. So that's what you really got to realize. Shanice, God bless you. God bless you, Shanice. Tamika, God bless you. Y'all showing that. Now, hold on, y'all. Just before everybody and before the Lord, we're going to have to come up with a new arrangement for these blessings that y'all said.
No, see, this, hold him accountable. Y'all said he's going to bless me with it. So.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. Okay, I'm going to charge you $250 to do your eyebrows. Okay.
First of all, you don't do any of this.
I'm going to charge you $75.
Boy, bye. Okay, anyways.
$75 for your feet.
You haven't done any of those things.
Back massage, $85.
Go back to the questions, please.
Let me see now. Tamika, God bless you. Leah, God bless you.
Her name was Lay, not Leia.
God bless you.
See, Tony, no charge back. See, somebody put that. Thank you.
Glad to have Sheri sharing with us. TT,
Thank
God
you.
Bless you. God bless. Okay, don't nobody get nothing else now.
Stop being a hater. Boy, haters, boy. I can't see you shine.
Okay, God bless you. Let me look for a question. All right, we got about 10 more minutes now. Because I can't hold the queen on here too long. Y'all know I do 90 minutes now. But I can't hold the queen on here too long. Boy, I'm finna try to renege on this here blessing.
See, Tony, don't be stingy. See?
Y'all blessings tonight. You gonna hold me to it?
I am.
What's both y'all Zodiac? God bless. Do that go together? Zodiac and God bless?
I don't know. We don't really do Zodiac signs. I mean, like, we don't really, like, pay attention to that, but...
I'm a Pisces.
I'm a Libra.
She a Libra. And you know what? I almost broke up with her when I saw this, one of y'all little horoscope things that y'all be putting out there. We grew up in the church, so you really don't read horoscopes and Zodiac when you grow up in the church, because, you know, your parents be like, hey, And so I saw this thing that said Libra and Pisces is like 50%. Like 50%, like 50%
I actually feel like
compatible.
If I've ever read anything about it, like, I'm, like, kind of that mix, like, Virgo and Libra. Like, I have a lot of Virgo traits because it's early in the Libra section. But
we saved and sanctified.
Right. So at the end of the day, I don't think that really matters. And if y'all keep basing your life on that, you end up single forever. So
that is another thing too. What I tell people, don't get caught up in that Zodiac and all of that, because you'll start to believe it.
Right. And then you'll be like, oh, someone such and such, they can't be my whatever. And it's if I follow that, we wouldn't be together.
Because based on that, we're not supposed to be together.
Right.
And so another thing about that too is you'll believe it. Marion, God bless you. God bless you. Now, don't y'all get nothing else now. Because she over here getting beside herself. Bless you. Speak on how you being mean in the beginning of your marriage made Sheri be mean in return. I was losing my voice. What she adapted to the situation. Like, she wasn't gonna be the type that just lay down and just let me be mean.
Right.
So I felt like by me being kind of condescending, and when I say mean, don't let your mind go too far. I just be kind of little attitude, like I don't know, like that, and it made her kind of like put a wall.
So like
up.
I said, like your safe place. So at that time, he wasn't my safe place. So I'm like, I'm not gonna let my guard down around someone that I don't trust to keep my feelings and everything safe. So as time grew on, and then I felt like that was my safe place, then I became more kind and like loving and opening up in that way.
Kiana, God bless you. Read that, baby.
If you guys could go back in time, would you have saved yourselves from marriage, or do you feel like it's just that bump in the road that brought y'all close together and made y'all grow after? Of course, like if you could go back, you would. Now, to be honest, I feel like God knew what he was doing, because had we not had little Tony, we probably would not be together. He was the thing that was like, okay, if I'm gonna give it a chance, it's for my like son and like his father. So I think God knew that we needed that in order for us to be in the place that we are, because Tony also caused him to grow up and mature.
Not that God knew, it was like God took what the devil meant for evil and made it good.
Right.
Because we was in sin.
Right.
But it was really because too, she wasn't raised to be like, her mama didn't talk to her about that.
Right. So like it was like, if you're Jamaican, like it's just like you don't talk about it and it doesn't happen, and that it is what it is. So I had to learn myself. So we're obviously better at educating our kids in that way, but you just didn't know anything. So I kind of learned and taught myself, which of course if you're teaching yourself, you're gonna make mistakes. But do I think everything happens for a reason? Right, it worked out, but if I could, I would definitely.
I would wait too. I just was operating based on what society was saying a man should be. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, like I'm here today, like y'all see me, but when we met,
someone said you better give her every penny of that money, so just I knew what it said.
We'll check back in with y'all on that.
Okay.
But when we met, it was nobody preaching abstinence. Right. It was no young relationship coaches that you could look up to.
Right.
It wasn't even on YouTube.
No.
Was it?
Or if it was, I wasn't watching it. You already said that one.
Tamika, God bless you. Now, who is this? Mibaka. God bless you. Thank you. Now, don't y'all do no chargebacks now. God bless you. Tony, what is your favorite character trait about Sheri? Jacqueline, God bless you. I'll be honest with you. I can't even pick one, because it's like, I love her energy. I love her intelligence. I love the way she think outside of the box. I love her emotional intelligence. Like, she never yelled at me. She never cursed at me. She'll let me see her back walking out the door. But she not the type to where she gonna set up and come on, hit me. She never like that. And I love just when we was flat broke, we didn't have no furniture in the living room. She still was all smiles. When we had to skip bills and stagger our bills, when we had the lights off or water off or car repossessed, she still was she never like, you ain't even no real man. You ain't this. And I just was like, this woman, she was sent by God. I don't think it was all her. I really believe it was God that just said, look, this is what I'm about to do with y'all. So I need you to be down for the call, 10 toes down. And he gave her the peace and the strength and the wisdom to where if she need to walk away, she could walk away. Purity for kids. God bless you. God bless you. What did it say?
Sheri, this blessing is because you're the dedicated mom. It's the highest calling. Bravo. Thank you.
You know what?
I appreciate that, because people don't always acknowledge that.
You're right. And I was trapped in society views thinking that, a woman got to be this boss, got to be out doing all this, traveling the world, got to be a speaker with her husband, got to be doing all this. And then it dawned on me in our marriage, like, she doing the highest calling that you could do.
Right.
Because it ain't about us.
Right.
It's now once you have kids, it's about them.
It's our future generation.
It's about legacy.
Yep.
Hey, Lord, God bless you. Y'all sending too many blessings.
Do you think it
Lord,
means anything
yes.
spiritual to see someone I dated everywhere in his name and his name isn't common? No. I think you just want to see it. Kind of like, when you get a new car and you see that brand of car all the time, it doesn't mean anything.
Busy, God bless you. Read that. Joya, bless you.
Sheri, what advice would you give the 23-year-old trying to pick the right career path? Not sure the career I'm in is what's best for me. I would definitely say listen to your heart, and you have to just go with what you're good at. So identify your talents and find a career that aligns with that. I think being Jamaican, I get it that like you're kind of certain careers are kind of like put in front of you and that's all you know. And
Did she say she was Jamaican?
No, but I'm saying because
Oh.
I'm Jamaican, I
Oh.
understand that. So I think that there's such an important thing in figuring out what you're good at and like what makes you excited, and find that thing that makes you excited and pursue that. So, and you got time. Like you can do what you want to do right now to pay the bills, but still be seeking that future thing. And it may be something that you do on your own. It may be working for someone. It doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong way.
Humble heart. Tony, can you speak about faithfulness in marriage? As a man, do you feel like men can settle down, or do you think the old saying that a man will only be as faithful as his options is true? A man can settle down, but I honestly feel like his purpose has to be aligned. Like he got to know what he's here for, what
Right.
he's doing. And I never thought that I could be faithful, but here I am, 13 years of marriage, and we haven't had to go through like this knockdown, drag out affair,
Right.
women calling her
Right.
phone and all of that.
Because I wouldn't be
And,
here.
and she wouldn't have put up with it. Our first 2 years we were learning each other, getting to
Right.
know each other. But I learned that I could be faithful. But at the same time, she helped me identify my gifts and my purpose.
Right.
And so that's what really, in addition to me loving her, I love God.
Right.
And so
it's bigger than just me, and
Right.
that's the thing. Like you have to find someone that has that moral compass, even if it's a little bit kind of like in the shelf, needs to be dusted off, but it has to be there. You can't expect someone that's like doesn't operate from that to be faithful to you because they respect nobody else on a higher power.
the Goddess Cave, God bless you.
How did you open up to receive change and not keep walls up? X is making efforts to show he's changed, but I'm still skeptical. I would like it to work. I know it takes two to move forward. I think it's important if it is an X to keep walls up until you feel like it's genuine. But on the other side, if you cannot break those walls down with that person, then they're not supposed to be with them. Sometimes an X is an X for a reason. Even though he's changed, it may not be enough for you. So identify if you can be in that relationship while being your true self. And if not, then there's no point to be in it because he will be frustrated with you and you'll be frustrated with him. So.
How long we been on here? Hour and 7 minutes.
Yeah.
How much longer you want to do?
I mean, we can go on for a little bit longer. So.
Miss Rachel S., God bless you. Seeing a guy 35, I'm 30, no sex. He has 2 kids, 2 moms. Naturally, I felt skeptical, but he is putting in the work. Our convos, no pressure for sex. Does this man deserve a chance? What should I be watching out for?
I mean, yeah, because I feel like people make mistakes when they're younger. So maybe he's grown and maybe he's, come to a better place. If he's not pressuring you for sex, then that's a great thing. And I think you just have to be patient, let him show you if he truly is that person. And as time will tell, because like everyone can not press you for sex for the first few months or while they're trying to court you, but see if he continues to be that same person of integrity. And if so, then of course he deserves a chance. I mean, why not?
Tiffany Little, God bless you. Shalita, God bless you. Hold out in our life. Thank you both for the awesome chat tonight. Hope this will become a regular thing. Hey, now I'm willing to have her on here whenever she'll be on here now. Tuki Love, God bless you. Single for so long and loving my me time, but I feel like I'm too comfortable with being alone. I haven't dated anyone in years. Any advice?
You probably are because it's been so long and you're gonna have to step out of your comfort zone a little bit. Be okay to going places once we're allowed to. Going places where you can meet someone or bump into someone, and just be open for the opportunity. Because it won't happen unless you put yourself in a place that you are able to be reached. But it's okay to be okay being alone because that way, if you do meet someone, they're not the right person for you. You will be okay with walking away.
Could we skip we skip one question in the green? Maybe he's talking about the last one. This one.
No, it's not a question. So
Blessing us with
what's the
wisdom.
person's name?
Tulia, God bless you. Did we miss somebody's question up there? it could have disappeared. Because sometimes if like the big ones, they'll hold it up there.
Admire your strength, Mrs. Gaskins. How are you able to be so strong when you left Tony? So I think it's a balance of understanding why you're leaving, that you have a reason, and then also sometimes you gotta like even fake it till you make it. Like you may be hurt a little bit or you may be bothered, but you have to just continue to speak to yourself and like remind yourself over and over again of why you're not there, and then like why you don't want that person there, and remind yourself that you're better than that and you deserve better. And I don't know, you just.
This person say, do you tune into my videos and do you laugh at him all the time? Because he is a part-time comedian. We see. I really don't tell jokes, you know.
No, he's always being a clown. I don't see all of them. I see some of them because he does film quite often. So I wouldn't be able to watch all of them, but I do see some of them, and I hear them a lot of times when he's filming, and I hear him filming and hear what he's saying.
That's where you get all your game from?
No, sir. You get your game from me. You just don't admit it.
Well, no, hold on now. You said I hear what he's saying, and you kind of did it with this. Like, I be saying something you don't approve of.
No. I'm just saying.
I
would tell you if I didn't approve of it.
Eavesdropping.
I mean, I'm not eavesdropping. You just talk about it.
God bless you. Thank you so much for allowing your husband to help us. Because whether we ladies understand it or not, that's a sacrifice for you as well. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Talk about that sacrifice. How much of a sacrifice, and how did you get to that place of being okay with letting me serve?
I guess I've never been the person that needs like someone to be like up under them or something. Like, I don't know, like people used to always ask me, how are you okay? Because he used to travel like a lot, like all the time. And they're like, how are you okay with him traveling? I'm like, that's his job. Like, I got stuff to do. Like, I'm not like.
Hey, so you want me gone?
Not that I want you gone and I miss you, but I'm also not like, I can't function if you're not here.
Hey.
I got 2 children. Like, so
chopped liver.
I mean, I thank you. It is a sacrifice. But I also, I mean.
Don't sound like a sacrifice. Sound like you big.
No, I mean, sometimes he's, in here and I fall asleep before he gets out because he be in here 5 hours doing a video.
Hey, but you know where I be at. Miranda Jones, God bless you. You read it, baby.
Hello, I put my husband out due to cheating behavior. I told him he needs help, so I introduced him to Tony's YouTube, and now he's asking how can he get help. Let him sign up for some coaching. If he will do coaching and pay to get better, then he's on the right track. If he won't do coaching, then he knows that he's just kind of pulling your leg and he's telling you what he thinks you want to hear. So email support@tonygaskins.com or look on my mentor .life. Have him sign up for a coaching session, and Tony will talk to him, and then he can tell you if he's really seriously about change. A guy from my past wants to pursue me, and I told him he needs to sign for a coaching session with you, and that is the only way I would consider giving him an opportunity. He keeps being hesitant, saying he doesn't need it. Well, he doesn't want to be with you then, because whatever your stipulation is, he should. If he really wants to be with you, he'll do it.
You're right, because when she told me everything I need to do, you got to get coaching. My dad is a life coach, and he's a pastor, so I ain't had the money. She let me sign up with him, but she made sure I had to talk to him, and he actually taught me how to be a man, because he knew, even though he had made mistakes. She told me I got to get back in the church. The next morning, I was in the church, and I was at the altar call. You hear me? The pastor put the mic in my face. God rest his soul. And I said, I was in the streets, but now I'm in here. I want to rededicate my life. He said, you want to say anything, young lady? And she said, I'm just up here to support him. Yep. And then what did you tell him? Oh, I got to get out the streets.
Yep.
So I called my homeboys. I said, listen, I ain't coming to the club no more, and I can't be in the streets hustling no more. What? Man, you finna do us like that? For a woman? For a chick? I say, hey, bruh, you ain't gonna see me no more. God bless you.
Right.
Now they look at me today, and they like, whoa, that man made it because of that sacrifice.
Sheri, how to interact with an emotionally abusive ex who I see at work. Ignore completely or be cordial. When he says hi, do I say hi back or completely ignore? I never initiate the hi. So you're at work, so I would keep it civil, but no more than civil. So he says hi, you say hello. You hit him with the formal, we're not friends, but I'm going to say hello to you like you're a complete stranger, but I'm not going to let you know that you're getting, like you're so under my skin that I have to ignore you. So he says hi, hello, and keep it moving.
She be listening to me, man.
No, I don't, child.
You be eavesdropping.
No, you want to think that, but no.
How you know all that? Oh, because how you got me whipped.
How does one get to a place of emotional intelligence?
How did you do that? Cause I be trying to get under your skin sometime to see.
I think it's that like no matter what's going on, like I always am mentally telling myself to stay cool, calm, and collected. So I never let myself, no matter how much I want to, I'm always like it's an internal thought, like cool, calm, and collected. He could be saying all kind of craziness back in the day, and I kind of just look at him, nod, and keep it moving. And then I personally believe in killing someone with silence than words.
And I'm gonna tell you, she crazy. That's why she got to be telling herself, you know.
Because honestly, I always say it's like it's two things for me. It's like cool, calm, and collected, or prison for life. So I want to stay over here. So I say cool, calm, and collected, and I mean that's what it is.
Because see, Lord, God bless you.
Thank you for being a great influence and aspirations in Tony's life, Sheri. He's a blessing to us. Much appreciation for walking in your purpose and helping Tony stay in his when he wanted to switch to something else. Thank you. I appreciate that, C.
Pour out in her life. I tried to switch the business on y'all several times.
Yeah, and I told him
I'm still trying. I asked her the other day, can I open up a pizza shop? I wanted to open up me a keto restaurant.
And here's the thing. He want to open a pizza shop but don't know how to make pizza. It's like...
Hey,
so this is about like finding something you're actually good at and not pulling at straws.
About to get back in
Okay, goes back to the questions because anybody asked about your
other old school.
Anybody asked about your other aspirations?
I'm finna retire, y'all.
Oh, that's awesome. Good job. Thank you, Tamika.
Wow, my mentor like book Tamika.
Love your messages and advice. Continue to be a blessing. Thank you, Leslie.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
What does that say? See, how come those don't? Oh, how come?
Because just the ones, if they do a donation, it go to the top. But these is just in the chat, so it just keeps.
Would you do mommy advice? You're awesome on how you raise your boys. I'm not worried about men. I really want to be the best mom I can be and gain knowledge from those who are pure. I'm 22 with a 2-year boy. I know. I need to do some.
Let me answer this. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Y'all give me a second. Let me tell y'all something about this woman here. This the best mama in the world.
Thank you.
You know, like, and I ain't saying it because she's sitting right here. So hold your thanks now, baby. Because listen, this the best mama in the world. I'm going to be honest with you. If I get her to write a parenting book, when I tell you, for one, you're going to be shocked and blown away. Let me tell you about my sons. They got a mama, but they got two daddies too. And I'm going to tell you something. My sons ain't never had terrible tools. My sons ain't have terrible tools. My son don't do no back talking. Mm-hmm. My oldest son got straight A's, no A minuses. I'm gonna tell you, this woman here, she know how to raise some kids. You know how like Caesar, the dog whisperer, this right here, the child whisperer. I'm trying to tell you. So I'm gonna get the book out of her, cause listen, she know how to raise some kids. I don't know how she do it.
Could you please finish the leading with love question? You were saying it was hard for you. Could you go on about how you dealt with him leading with love?
Thank you. I cut off.
You did. Yeah, so it was difficult for me because I wasn't used to letting anyone lead. So that actually was where we kind of butt heads the first 2 years of marriage because we both were like, used to being the boss. And so he had to kind of chill out a little bit and I had to meet him in the middle, And I think as I felt like our marriage was a safe place, I was able to let go a little bit of the reins a little by little and see that I could trust him with leading and trust him to take care of me and trust that it wasn't something that was going to like come back at me or, I never want someone to feel like I needed them. So for him to lead me, I felt like that was saying, okay, I need you. And I had to get to the place where I trusted my heart with him. And I realized, okay, no, this person has good intentions. And, this is part of a godly marriage. So it takes time. It's not going to be like, okay, you wake up and you feel like, I know how to do this. It takes time, and it just takes that person earning that from you.
And I'm going to tell you, leading with love, I had to learn this when marriage was kind of getting a little weak, between 2 and 3 years. And I remember when I did that calendar, rub her feet on Monday.
Yeah.
Tuesday. She kicked her feet up for 2 weeks. I was getting mad with the Lord. I'm like, man, I'm rubbing feet on Monday. I'm massaging back on Tuesday. I'm writing a poem on Wednesday for nothing gift. For 2 weeks, she just let me do it. I was like, when am I gonna get a meal or something? But then when she reciprocated, it blew me away. It knocked my socks off. And I'm gonna tell you, we was married about 5 or 6 years before she said to me, baby, can I get my nails done? She never would ask me for nothing.
Yeah.
She wouldn't ask me for nothing. Now, Lead with Love is going viral right now. But I made that up now. I be taking my credit, don't I?
The question is for both of you. Congrats on 13 years. What are your tips for a long-term marriage? You often hear horror stories of things like the 7-year itch, 5-year divorce, and the routine marriage.
Let's get these tips. What's your tips?
Keep it fresh. So that's one thing. Like, we continue to date each other. We get dressed up. We make an effort. It's a thing. Like, we make that time. Even if I'm exhausted, I'll literally go drink a coffee to go on a date night. So keep it fresh. Be open communicators and like respectful of each other. Do the little things that you know that will make that person happy. So like feed into each other's love languages. Make that person your best friend, you know? So we spend time doing things for each other as a compromise. Like, he may want to be working all the time, but he knows that it means something to me to sit and watch Netflix or sit and talk about this beauty thing that came out that he probably could care nothing about. And I don't want to talk about business 24/7, but I do. So I think it's just like finding those middle things, and also just have grace. Like, you don't have to nitpick after every little thing.
I ain't like that little voice inflection, but I do.
Anyways,
I ain't like that.
Anyways, and then like have grace with each other. So there's like certain things that people will do that you could make a big deal, and you could make it into an argument every time it happens. There's probably certain things that I do that.
What's our rule on arguing?
We just don't argue. We have discussions. We talk about it. But an argument is when you are yelling or you're upset about something. It's like, we don't let the other person feed it, like get the attention from their behavior. So if I can tell he's catching an attitude about something, I actually ignore it and treat him as if nothing's happened. So if I can see he's in his feelings, I'm like, oh babe, are you hungry? Do you want some food? And I pretend I don't even see that, because I'm redirecting that behavior. I'm telling him like, listen, I don't care what you got an attitude about. It's nothing serious.
What you be doing?
Nothing is serious. Some people tell like, I don't even see that attitude. And guess what? If no one's giving you attention for that attitude, you look like a fool sending me an attitude about yourself. So guess what? You end up being completely fine.
She right now. That's what she learned from behavioral science.
Yeah, so I used to be a behavior specialist. So, you know, you have like stop, redirect if someone's doing something, or you have ignore, redirect, and reinforce. So you ignore the negative behavior, you redirect them to something positive, and then you reinforce them when the behavior has become positive.
We answered this one.
Yep, that's that one.
The Christy, God bless you. Hey, bless y'all for the blessings. Bless you.
My ex is going to be doing residency at the same hospital as me. I'm dreading seeing him. How should I behave if I see him? We broke up about 8 months ago, and he got a new girlfriend 5 months later. So like I told the other person,
y'all successful.
You yes, you keep it civil. So you don't want him to know that you're bothered or that you're dreading seeing him. So if you go and ignore him, he's gonna know like, okay, I still got her. Hey, how you doing? Keep it moving. Hello, keep it moving. So he thinks, wow, she's like completely fine. You just keep it civil. Like he's any other doctor that works there. So how are you to treat any other resident? You say hello, keep it moving, and that's it. So he deserves no extra time, but you don't let him know that it bothers you. You fake it till you make it, honey, okay?
This woman got ice water in her veins. Man, what? That's how you gonna do the man?
Yeah.
Hey, you be listening to me. Patty, God bless you.
I lied in fear and don't know how to come clean without emotionally melting down. Question above. Similar, wanted to ask him to go to Redwoods, California event, praying for wisdom.
That's my event in Redwoods, the self-love.
Don't know how to come clean without emotional meltdown. Like, what is it, though? What is you coming clean about?
She lied in fear. Maybe she cheated. Emotional meltdown.
But so if it's not cheating, something else. If you lied in fear, that's not a good sign, because someone shouldn't make you feel like you have to lie because you can't be honest with them. So
and she know about that, because I used to do that. I ain't have a safe space. So
so I didn't feel comfortable telling him the truth about even just small things, because he'd always just get upset or something, you know. So you have to also figure out if that's the right person for you, because if you feel fearful being honest and being truthful about something that may not even be a big deal, then he may not be the right person for you. You need to find someone that gives you that safe space where you can be comfortable and know they're not going to make you regret it.
All right, y'all. We got about 5 more minutes. Renara, did I say? Renara, God bless you. Lonnie Lavender.
Queen Sheri, you're so beautiful. Thank you. Classy and smart. Happy you're here. I'm like someone long distance. Met back home last month. He's been consistent with communication. Should I cut him off if he doesn't make plans to see me after this 19 stuff? Yeah, I mean, definitely continue talking until then. Long distance relationships are tough because you don't really know what's going on outside of you. But I mean, definitely good communication is good. And yeah, if you guys don't make the effort to see each other, especially if he's not trying to see you, then it's probably not going to work out. And he probably has right now it's COVID, so you can't really tell. He probably has a lot of time to talk, so I guess you'll probably be able to see as the future progresses.
TT, God bless you. As a full-time professional and mom, it's hard to remain consistent with my 4-year-old son. Tips, Sheri.
You have to be consistent no matter what. Like, it may be exhausting. You may have to drink 3 cups of coffee to get through it.
Let me tell y'all something. She have thrown up. Like, to be there for our sons.
Migraines. I'm so tired.
She'll get migraine. She'll throw up. Yeah. Like, she'll be running on E.
Like, literally 3 hours of sleep sometimes.
And she just find a way. Sometimes you got to steal a little nap when you can.
Right.
Plan your tomorrows today.
Right.
Get your day planner. She got a day planner.
Got 2 of them.
2 of them. Like, you got to be very intentional. And
because really, that's bigger than anything. Like, your job may fire you tomorrow, but your kid is going to be here forever. And what you do right now is going to shape their future. So if you don't make the time now as they're 4, you're not going to want to see them when they're 13. They're going to be a hot mess, and you're going to be calling somebody to come stop your child from doing whatever. You know, so you got to make that conscious effort now and figure out where you can fit time in for them and how you can be consistent no matter what.
Lexi, God bless you. How do you two feel about alcoholic beverages when dating? Is it a red flag when men drink? I didn't drink when we met, you know, and then when I got around her and her family, they kind of like more the wine type people.
Jamaican,
so I kind of learned about
wine, and
social
like
drinking.
Right. I think definitely you don't want to be with someone that's drinking too much, because obviously that's like they got something else going on if they need alcohol as like a, you know, as like a clutch or something, you know, as a crutch, something they need. So, I mean, you want to kind of pay attention to that and see how often that behavior is. Married after high school, cheated at 10 years. We remarried, and he cheated after 3 years. I divorced him again. He blames his relationships with God for failures. How to break a soul tie with a man you were supposed to have one with. That's tough. So you guys probably shouldn't have remarried, but you did. So you just have to understand now that his relationship with God has nothing to do with it. That's a choice that he made, and you have to realize that he's just not a good person for you. It's not going to be easy because 13 years is not a short amount of time. So it's going to take literally a day-to-day thing. You have to self-talk every single day and just remind yourself of the reason why you guys aren't together. And it's going to take time. Just be patient with yourself.
Thank you for that blessing, Yvette. The Purpose Nurse. Tony, you love that woman. Look at how he looks at her. If my husband don't look at me how Tony look at his wife, then I don't want him. Hey, give a little behind the scenes about my love for you and how you be brushing me off. And how I talk to you when we around the house. And
he's conversing compliments you 24/7, even when you're like, I know I look a hot mess. Like,
and she be looking good now. And see me, I be looking at them ham cakes. Okay, let me see a little bit of that ham cake. Hey. And so I love her. A mess. And she real, cool and calm. Yeah. She not no twerking type. She ain't with the twerking. She ain't with the She just cool and calm. And she make me work for her love. Yeah. We probably 5-6 years into marriage, Yeah. And I'm still was working 5-6 years in.
Yeah, the guy didn't. When did I start calling you a term of endearment? Like,
right, babe, or hon. That probably was 2 years in, felt like.
No, probably 3 because.
Yeah. Bianca, you guys are amazing. Blessing y'all. Y'all bless me, and I've learned so much. I'm an author because of you guys. Awesome. Bless you, Bianca. Y'all go get Bianca a book on Amazon. Hey, 2 more minutes, y'all. We're going to take this last question from 415. God bless you.
My ex-fiance moved on a week after breakup. It left me super heartbroken and feeling worthless. How do I move on from this terrible feeling? It's a sucky feeling, and there's no way to, move on to it completely. But just be sure knowing that he was not the right person. And if you moved on in a week after, he probably was dating that person while y'all were together. So just understand that you dodged a bullet and try to think of that. Remind yourself that better is coming. And work on yourself during that time. But it's not going to be easy. It's going to hurt, and that's okay. Deal with that hurt and realize what caused it and use that to grow yourself during that time.
Hey, thank y'all so much. Y'all been here. Amazing retention rate and attention span y'all have. People say attention span is 7 minutes. I really appreciate it. Please make sure, if it's affordable, I know it's tough time, so we tried to push the release back, but then they felt like, hey, maybe this will give people something to do, take their mind off of stuff. Please order the book, A Woman's influence.
I forgot what it was.
I'm about to say a woman's worth, a woman's work.
Who is that? Who's saying that?
Right. Ruby, God bless you. Thank you. God bless you. Hey, now, what y'all want to see her on here once a month? Somebody said make this a monthly thing. So we're going to try to do this at least once a month. I get on. My people will talk to her people, and we'll try to figure out her appearance fee because she's going to be charging me to come on here. But she really is focused, you know, in managing the household and our businesses. She run everything. So when y'all send them emails in, understand she watching those. Like she see those.
So don't be rude.
And she the executive. She the executive on, you know, figuring stuff out.
Right.
And I gotta bounce stuff off of her. So she has a lot that she does, and this all I do. You know, cause she manage stuff. Some people say, oh, you out to help. Oh, you supposed to be helping. And I try to help, but she'll get out the way. Yeah. I don't want you washing the dishes.
Because you don't know how to do it properly.
Get out the way. I don't want you folding these clothes.
Yeah, I'm slightly type A in that, like things done a certain way. And
she type capital A. Give me Missy Adam. Y'all blessed us a lot tonight. Okay, we ain't ask y'all to do that. Okay, we ain't pass no plate around. So I wonder if we could renegotiate how we gonna use this.
No.
If I still got to keep my word on.
You do. People have already commented. They've already said don't renege. That it's for me. So
then what you gonna do with that? You ain't never had that kind of blessing.
Thank y'all. See, they said no. Say thank you. Thank y'all.
Get me a little
Appreciate
pair of shoes or something.
Thanks. See, look. Let's scroll this right here. Keep your word. That's for Sheri. All for Sheri. Yeah. Thank you.
Wow. Now what this is? Last question now. Don't say no more blessing now. Y'all the blessing no.
I left my husband. It's been almost 2 years, but I'm not giving up until he realizes his mistakes. I don't want it to be over, but I'm at a point where I'll just be with God. The thing is, you're waiting for something that may not happen. Like, he may not realize his mistakes, and he may not want to grow in that way. You have to be okay with that, because you're kind of keeping yourself stationary for someone that's not caring to move forward with you.
Hey, God bless y'all. Thank y'all so much. She made it an hour and a half. I'm shocked. Y'all know I always do 90 minutes. I ain't know she was going to have the energy, but she might got a little...
I had a coffee before.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
She might got a little dance in her. Y'all
boy, bye.
Hey, God bless y'all. We'll talk soon.
Bye.
You did a good job, baby. I got the Emma screaming now.